are never broken at the same time. Maybe then I could get some work done. When I fall in love, all the nutrients that could go to the brain that might actually need it are instead detoured. No, devoured by the selfish butterflies in my stomach and the time it takes to wonder what my first name would look like with your last. When I fall out of love, I'm too busy reading affirmations about independence and starting that Couch to 5K program we said we'd always try together. Then relapsing when I see the Polaroid from our first date, still taped to the mirror. Then I speculate about what you would say about my body, which worked so hard to squeeze into the jeans I would have begged you to take off of me. So I guess my only choices are to join a convent where I can dedicate my life to an eternal husband and dream about living the one I always wanted, than trying to attend enough hours of confession to make myself feel worthy. Or I could look myself straight in the eye while removing already cried off mascara and telling the actually angst-ridden teenage girl, not even close to approaching middle-aged woman, the truth. That it was worth it. This poem is one that is in no way autobiographical, but is one that I consider just as funny as if it were. I wrote this because I have this thing, and it will actually be reflected throughout the various notebooks that I've kept throughout the past year, but I have this thing where I can never actually focus on poetry in terms of poetry that I am proud of and consider good quality when I'm in the middle of just falling in love with a person, because basically all my poetry for pages and pages become about them and everything that I love about them and everything I hate about them and everything that I wish would consist of my future with them that may not ever actually happen. But that's what happens half the time, and of course the other half of the time I'm busy falling out of love and just learning how to be with myself again, and that I don't have the time to write poetry. And obviously this is a very, very much a hyperbole, and I am in no way in those kinds of level of committed relationships, but I still found it a really fun poem to write, mostly because it isn't autobiographical, and I could just go on and on about things that I believe people who are older than I might be going through when they break up, maybe not, but it was just funny experimenting with it and trying out a few of the lines. I actually had a lot more unintentional rhyme than I ever thought I would. The whole end line is something that I might consider in the future rephrasing and just revising, maybe not necessarily because I think it's better, but just because I think it would be a very different version and end the poem a lot differently than the way it already is. I have no idea what you're possibly thinking, but I find it very relatable to other people going through maybe the same thing, maybe not, but just about art and creativity and the lack of it or the lack of time for it when you are falling in or out of love. And I'm just saying, if my writer's block and my broken heart could come at the same exact time, we'd be fine, because I wouldn't have the time to write the poetry, and I wouldn't have the ability to either if my heart was broken. And I just wrote this because I'm in an interesting situation right now, just in terms of my love life. I've been writing quite a lot about it. Maybe not because of a certain person, but just because of what's happening as of recent events, and I'm just, the next time I'm in a relationship, this is going to be a very fun poem to revisit, and the next time I'm out of a relationship as well, very fun. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found something to either laugh at or relate to, whatever it might be. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Camp NaNoWriMo / National Poetry Writing Month. At this point, we might even be halfway through it, and that is just crazy to think about. I know I've missed 2 days, but I will either make it up somewhere, or 28 out of 30 doesn't sound too bad for me at the moment. Anyways, tell me in the comments below what you think about the frustrations of broken hearts or falling in love and the way that your brain just can't stop obsessing about people when you are in the process of that, and then the fact that you have no time to do the poetry and create the art that you always wanted to because of it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Keep calm, write on, and I'll see you in a video very soon. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. All my social media is at SSLsBooks.